Figuring out the exercise routines. Walking is great, running is good. Resistance training has shown and has been proven to be the best way to burn fat. Why? Because we're building muscle. And when we build muscle, that makes our body turn into a sort of furnace because we need to feed that muscle mass and we need to use more calories to feed that muscle mass. So that means that when we're resting, those calories are being put to use to feed the muscle. So that's the best way to do it. And when we do too much cardio, we lose muscle mass. So we're not burning as many calories as we should be when we're resting. So that's why we need to find a good, healthy balance between cardio and resistance training. And that's why I'm only running twice a week. Okay, so I run 2 times a week and I try and hit the gym 4 to 5 times a week. Now I'm hitting it roughly 3 to 4 times a week and I'm doing HIIT sessions as well. So HIIT sessions are great because you're going to be building muscle definition and it's cardio. So I would say if you can try and figure out a good fitness routine that involves high intensity interval training that lasts anywhere from 20 minutes to half an hour, you'll be crushing it. Now, what does a high intensity interval training session involve? It's anything from burpees to push-ups to squats to jump squats to lunges to alternating lunges to pull-ups to sprints to high knees to mountain climbers. It's just a whole bunch of stuff that you can do. And what you want to do is 30 seconds on, you go full out, you really just push yourself to the point where you feel like vomiting or fainting. That's the goal, at least. Not to vomit or faint, but to feel like you've really burnt yourself, like you've burnt up these calories, that you've used your body, and then you rest for anywhere from a minute to a minute and a half. Now, what I do now is because I don't know if I want to say quite advanced, but I have my routine. So what I'll do is for 30 seconds, I will do burpees all out. So I do about 10 burpees for 30 seconds. And then I rest for 30 seconds. And then I'll do another 10 burpees. And then I'll rest for 30 seconds. And I'll do that for 10 minutes. So I fit in 100 burpees in 10 minutes. And then I'll take a minute to 2 minute break. You can even take a 3-minute break. Give you time to rest. And then I'll go into something else. So maybe I'll do some clean and jerks. I'll do 10 times 10. Or I'll do some mountain climbers to planks. Or I'll do some high knees. Or I'll do any variation of like jump squats to lunges. Anything that gets the heart pumping and the muscles burning is going to give you great results. And it's going to build some definition, build some muscle mass, and burn some fat. So I'm going to put a list of what can be done at the end of this video. There's a whole bunch of things. I've realized that some people have been reaching out and they've been asking me to kind of show what I'm doing. You know, like what exercises am I doing? What food am I doing? Or am I eating? Am I cooking? And on my Instagram, I'm showing some of that, but I could try a little bit harder and show the times when I'm eating. I started writing those down. So for example, you know, I break my fast at 12:30. And here I broke my fast at 3:30. Did I start writing my last meals? I haven't started to write the last meal. Here, last meal was at 9. The following day, first meal was at 12:30. So it was a bit of a short fast. Last meal was at midnight. Following day, first meal was at 4 p.m. You get the gist. 16 hours is the amount of time I fast. It's the minimum amount of time that I fast, and that should be what everyone aims for when they're taking on this intermittent fasting. The meals, again, I'll put a list of foods that I eat. I was just looking at my my food log that I did. This was my log in 2016 September, so roughly 3 years ago. Jesus, I had all of the foods written out. These were the macros, so how many fats they had, how many carbs they were, and how much proteins they had, and how many calories. So this is a great guide. And like I said, if you can't really eyeball the amount of calories you have, because this is what that helped me do. I was weighing out all of my food for like a month. And I was weighing everything I ate. And what that allowed me to do later on was to be a good judge of how much food I'm taking in, how many calories are in the foods that I'm eating. And that helps you stay in a calorie deficit. And that's really important if we want to lose weight, because if we want to lose fat, we need to be in a calorie deficit, whether it be 50 calories, 100 calories. 200 calories, 300 calories, 500 calories. I wouldn't recommend to go over 500 calories because that's kind of unhealthy. But anywhere from 500 to 300 is good. And this is what that helped me do. So I got a whole list of foods that I eat. All of the foods are very healthy. Okay, they're all unprocessed foods. Okay, so I've got quinoa, sweet potato, avocado, feta, egg, almond, cashews, coconut oil, olive oil, onions, carrots, spinach, tomato, chicken, beef, lentils, banana, oats, apple, melon, broccoli, peppers, tuna, lamb, courgettes, aubergines, cauliflower, brown flour, buttermilk, maple syrup, honey, mackerel, sardines, salmon, peanut butter, blueberries, strawberries, dates. You know, these are all of the kinds of foods that I eat. They're all unprocessed foods. So as long as you're sticking to the unprocessed stuff and you're staying in a calorie deficit, you'll be fine. The reason I say to eat unprocessed food is because it doesn't contain any chemicals. You know, no additives, no preservatives, no E numbers, no colorings. All of this stuff is very important to be, you know, we've got to be aware of all of these chemicals, because when we take in chemicals into the body by eating too many processed foods, what happens is our body holds on to fat. And the reason it holds on to fat is because those chemicals are actually damaging our internal organs. And what the fat does is it protects our internal organs from these chemicals. So it wraps itself around these chemicals to stop it from destroying our internal organs or damaging them. And so when we start detoxing, we start dropping fat because we start losing these chemicals in our body. So there's no need for that fat retention. So that's one of the reasons why if we struggle to lose fat and we think that we're healthy and we don't know why, what's happening, why aren't we losing the fat? Maybe it's because we're eating, you know, processed foods, foods that contain chemicals, E numbers, preservatives, flavor enhancers. If we're drinking too much Diet Coke. And it's been proven that drinking diet drinks, Coke Zero and, you know, Pepsi Max and whatnot, they contain aspartame. And aspartame actually changes our gut bacteria. And the way it changes it is it makes it hold on to sugar. So as opposed to before it used to feed off sugar, now it's trying to hold on to as much sugar as possible. So it's trying to keep all of that sugar in the body. So it's taking all of those other foods that you're eating and it's holding on to all of that glucose, and that's causing us to store fat. So that's why we kind of don't want to drink too many diet drinks. Drink the real thing. Shouldn't drink too many of those in general. I hardly ever drink them because once I found out about the damaging effects it can have on us in terms of, well, the thing I just said about the gut bacteria and also about causing cancer and whatnot, I didn't really want to touch them. So if we keep them to a minimum and we drink water, fizzy water, tea, or we make our own drinks, right, our own lemonade and whatnot, then it's fine. So there's a few things that we should keep in mind, but all in all, that was my update. I will give you another update when I reach day 20. I seem to be doing quite all right. I don't seem demotivated at all to, you know, exercise daily and fast daily and not drink and whatnot, so it feels good. And I hope that this is insightful or motivating for you. I'm going to try and post some workouts and some meals and whatnot. If you look at my YouTube page, the majority of those meals are what I eat anyway. So they're there. And yeah, if you have any questions, leave a comment below. If this video is helpful, give it a like. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you on the next video.